want to sincerely thank you for joining us today on this exciting episode of the John Mayaki Show. We are glad to have you on the show. Our guest today is Engineer Abubakar Sadiku Ohere. Is our guest on the show today. He is the Commissioner for Works and Housing in Kogi State. He was also the Commissioner, former Special Advisor and Commissioner, Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs to His Excellency Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State. A brief introduction is that he was born 1966 in Okene, Kogi State. Abubakar Ohere parades extensive academic competencies and professional strength as a mining engineer. He is a holder of a master's degree in mining engineering with a burning desire to be well grounded in engineering. Engineer Ohere is a prolific researcher who has attended several workshops in the United States, in Poland, in Ghana, Australia, in China, and of course in Nigeria. This very quintessential engineer has presented many scholarly and well-researched papers in different fora. Honourable Commissioner, you are welcome to the John Mayaki Show. Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Abubakar Sadiku Ohere, the Honourable Commissioner for Works and Housing in Kogi State. And by the grace of God, I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Thank you. Good. Give us a sense of the working environment you find yourself and how it has impacted on project delivery as the Works Commissioner.
I want to appreciate very tremendously the leadership capacity of His Excellency Alhaji Yaya Bello, and he's a God-given leader, and he listens to his subjects. He doesn't take decision alone. What he did in the first place was to make sure he created an ambient environment, very peaceful environment, because without a peaceful environment, no matter how strategic you are, you cannot initiate any developmental project, because you need peace to do that. What he did was to make sure you will have the good environment for projects or any initiative to come on board. So by this I mean the first step he took when he came into office was as a result of what we are seeing today in terms of project delivery. Because when he assumed office, the first action, the first step he took was to make sure he restored sanity back to the state in terms of security. He was just after security. We procure a lot of vehicles filled with gadgets. We improve on the security apparatus very well.
Honourable Commissioner, thank you so very much for that. But my worry is with the paucity of funds in Kogi State. Kogi State is known for paucity of funds. How are you able to carry out your development plans, your blueprints, especially how it affects security?
The governor, apart from being an accountant, a trained one for that matter, he has this fund management capacity. It's very unique with him. And this fund management capacity of His Excellency helps us tremendously. Every kobo belonging to the state, where it's going, how it's going there, everything is being planned. And because of this planning, it is easier for implementation. Because you'll be tasked to do this. He will make the fund available to you. He will give you the enabling environment to do it. If you are not performing, then it is now left to you. So from the way he step out the whole thing, every communities, every local government, every poly unit, they are all being captured in the developmental plan of His Excellency. That is why when he came on board, he launched that particular document, which we refer to as the New Direction Blueprint. This blueprint encompasses all the details of where we are, where we intend to be, and how we will get there. This document entails the quick win and how it can be done. such that it don't require too much funding, how it can be done. Then the one that require funding, where do we get funding from? Who do we partner with? So all these ones are tied up with the blueprint. Therefore, implementation becomes easier. Anybody sitting on the seat, it will be easy for you to implement if you have the stuff upstairs. So that is what we are enjoying from. Most of these roads we are opening up from places to place now are all captured on the blueprint. There was a road in Achara, from Kotukarifi to Achara, down to Nasarawa boundary. When it was becoming a mess, and the security engagement in that place is becoming very challenging, we require to open a new route from that place to our boundary, 18 kilometers, so that the military can have access to deal with the bandits. But His Excellency immediately took it upon himself and called on us that he gave us marching order that within the space of social time, social date, finish up with that road. And he communicated to the command of the army that I will deliver this access immediately. We went there and we opened it up. And again, that made a lot of significant changes in the security attacking force of the army that are there. So there are so many interventions like that came up, apart from the ones we have in the blueprint, which we worked on. So these are the magic that is working for us.
Okay. I understand you were in the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs before, number 1 as Special Advisor, number 2 as Commissioner, and today you are the Works Commissioner. How are you taking care of the traditional institution in the state, especially your long-term measures?
The long-term measure was to go into phases and select palaces that are overdue for intervention. I told you we have to upgrade some of them. After the upgrading, we need to also give them a befitting status in terms of where they sleep and where they work, so that that recognition will follow as well. So in line with this, we're also conscious of the funding inflow that is coming in. We have to prioritize this intervention. So we have started from Ibaji, the edge of Ibaji. We touched that palace, we work on the palace, and it's ready. He has engaged. That was from 2017. Then we make recommendation to State Executive Council, and it was approved. That intervention is there today. We also work on the edge of Ofu Palace. The palace is fully ready. It's also there. We also work on the Ata Galas Palace. It's also being uplifted, and the furnitures, we touch them. It's also ready, and they are there. We also work on the Ohinoya of Ebira Palace, which is the one that is currently ongoing. We started in 2017 when I was in the ministry. So, luckily or unfortunately, I started that project and I recommended it to this ministry then to initiate. They presented the memo at the ESCO, but by the grace of God today, I am also overseeing the completion of that palace as a commissioner. Then other palaces that are supposed to follow in the subsequent phases, that of Obara of Kaba, the Ohimege Igu of Kotukarifi, that of the paramount ruler in Ebe. So these are the things we have in line then, before I leave that place. But to a very large extent, with the little resources that was available, then we impacted greatly on this, and they are very happy with it.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much for that. But there is this threat of flooding and overflow of water from the river into the city, that is Lokoja now. What are you doing about that? I mean the river body eating into the land.
The river body has eaten deep into the landmass. And one, because of the signals we are receiving from NIMET very recently, Excellency decided that there must be great intervention to secure the people of local government and the community around that area. So the embankment, the retaining walls we are creating now is to shore up the water body. And we were not just doing that alone. You can see when Excellency visited the site, he added to the wall that instead of just doing this and leave it like this, because he didn't know there is a market close to that place. And people are hauling so many material, buying and selling. You buy, you go, or you come and buy, and they need transport to do this. So you look at it that, so come engineer, can't we convert this to advantage? As we are doing this work, we should also be thinking of how the people can be accessing the market through the waterway. I say it can be done, Your Excellency. He said, please go ahead. Now we are already designing a jetty, how we can be doing transport system there now. So that one is ongoing as I speak to you. And it will become an added job to the contractor to carry out. Once we do that, we will also improve on the transportation system. This will help, also help the local market women that are busy carrying vehicles up and down Okada. They will have a straight transport system to follow in and out of market.
Okay, thank you so very much, Honourable Commissioner. But I want to find out, you have got Kogi West, Kogi East, and Kogi Central. In terms of infrastructure, what are you doing in Kogi West Senatorial District, especially the capital city?
Today, it is not in doubt that the entire West, including Lokoja, is undergoing very serious changes in terms of infrastructure. But to be specific, because when you call West, people normally look out of Lokoja and concentrate on Okun land. The traditional headquarters of the Okun land is Kaba. And whatever revolves around Okun, once it is not reflected in Kaba, it means it has not gone anywhere. So what we did was that a lot of roads, about 10 to 14 roads, have been opened up in Kaba Township alone. And this is to restore the legacy, the befitting status of that area back to its original concept as the headquarters of Okun land. So we have initially 10-kilometer township road, development roads. This township road, while we are working, we discover we need to improve on what we want to do. We take it up to 14 kilometers now. Even added to this, His Excellency was able to also marshal out enough contact with the federal ministry in charge of supervising federal roads. And even his contact elsewhere, they were able to get about 44 kilometers again now, taking off from Kaba to our boundary in Omuo, in Ekiti. So these are the interventions we have, courtesy of His Excellency, that is coming to Okun, Kaba, the Kaba in particular. Then we are in Ifolukotu, we are in Jege, we are in Ekiriade. So all these ones are ongoing. We have two companies there, the China company down China and that of High Scale. So they are working perfectly. So which China is doing that of Ekiriade, High Scale is along Jege and Ifolukotu Aziz. So this is the intervention going on there. Then we have also carried out some surfacing of some roads, though very little, at Mopa, Amuro. So we do some surfacing, and the real intervention is coming up by the grace of God in 2022 budget appropriation. Back to Lokoja, which is still part of the West we are considering. You can see the road network in Lokoja, most of them are receiving attention now. If you see from Dunamis Junction through the Federal University up to Adankolo, you can see the Chinese contractor, the tech engineers. They are already there. They are working. They have done the survey. They are doing the cutting of the potholes so that they can do cleanup for proper asphalting of that area. We are also working on the drainage system. Then from Saduna Junction up to Megiri Palace, we are doing the same thing. From Bishop Court through up to Ganaja Junction, we are also working there. Then from Crowder Memorial College through Cemetery Road, we are working there. This Kenwo Hotel up to INEC, this thing, we are working by local government secretariat, we are there. From Natako Junction up to Paparanda, and by extension up to the local government secretariat, we are also there. So all these ones are meant to upgrade the city value of Lokoja Metropolis. Then the gigantic one that we are undergoing was the popular Ganaja Junction that has taken so much from the public, because a lot of accidents, deaths, and what have you, economic losses are being recorded annually on that road. Since the creation of this road, this is the first time we are having the best intervention there. Time it rains, anytime it rains, very tippers will gather there to scoop sand. And to give impetus to this, that's why you see the old tipper garage is still there. They started close to that place, because they see that place as their raw material fetching point. Because there was no drainage system. In 2012, all those places, in fact, and the entire Lokoja was submerged because we have poor drainage system. But if you go around now, you see the concrete work and the drainage system we are providing is the best of its kind. Anytime it rains, it will not take you 1 hour to take off even if it rains from morning till evening, they will go back to the river body. So this is a very great intervention by His Excellency, and we're happy with this.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Commissioner. Let me call on the viewers. If you are there watching us from any part of the country, from any part of the world, please make use of the phone lines on the screen and talk to us. Tell us anything you know about Kogi State, what you think the governor can do better, what you think is going on in Kogi State, and contribute to this discussion. Honorable Commissioner, sir, what about Kogi Central? Is anything going on over there?
In Central, I will not say it was a deliberate abandonment. Rather, I will just look at it as maybe because of priority and probably paucity of funds. Previous administrations, in a way, choose to maybe abandon intervention to Central. It happens in all aspects of infrastructure. But the one that is very key is that I can remember vividly that roads in Central, even growing up, I'm over 50 now. Then I can remember the last time I see contractors working is in those days where we have Dumez construction. You see them, they say Dumez is working. So in every household, they say Dumez. That was when we were even in Kwara. For you to know the extent, the level of abandonment. Most of our roads, you can see vegetation, even in the carriageway. I mean, coming up because of that extent of abandonment. But when you don't have the real clearance to work, what it entails is that you'll be living with insecurity, poor economy, low standard of living. Life expectancy is very low. So many things come along with it. But when we have the person of His Excellency when he came on board, as I said, because of the goodwill he enjoyed from the people, when he assumed office, he promised them that within a space of time, I'll be going to do a lot of things for you. In fact, the Central was so disconnected to the extent that there was no viewing center where you can even see your government and know what they are doing. So within the space of 1-2 months, Excellency, in conjunction with the NTA, brought NTA. So this is where we started from. So after this intervention, he began with the key infrastructures, from road, health facilities. The health facility were so bad that even people going for operation, when they are going, you will see no stretcher. They will back them to operation, to theater. People will back people to theater. It was so bad to that level. We have the pictures. No stretcher, no ambulance. You see people, you see patients, you see people like 3 people. The patient will be inside. The cadre will carry them to hospital. That was the situation. It was so bad. So when he came, he started from the immediate community hospitals that people can have reach to. Not the one you can take cancer or big problem to. The one that can even attend to headache, stomach, appendix, and those things. So we started. We have this Nagazi hospital, we have the Obehila hospital, we have the health center in Ihima, we have the Obangede, We have that of Apanko Primary Health Care Center. We have the Ebia Primary Health Care Center. We have so much. So the intervention go to this one so that we can reduce the tension in terms of, because people are dying seriously because of absence of this facility. They don't know where to go. Even if they know, no means, no road. So what he started after attending to these preliminaries, we now design a roadmap as to how to address the other hanging issues. So that's why you see the lengthy road that started from Itapi Junction through Eika, Kuroko, Nujum,
This caller, Honourable Commissioner, just a minute, we'll be back. There's this caller, let's quickly pick this call and get back. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Am I on to John Mayaki show?
Yes, you are on to the John Mayaki show. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
I just want to appreciate. My name is Suberi, calling from Omadi in the Kogi local government.
Oh, thank you.
So I just want to appreciate you for what you are doing in this program and the Lord bless you. First and foremost, all the road the commissioner is talking about, it's very important because I can remember when I traveled recently home, I saw the one that is doing from Kogi to, I understand that it's going to take you to from Kogi to Bangete, from Bangete to Okaitu, from Okaitu to Omabe down to Ogamlana. So I'm very appreciative the governor Bello Adoizai, Yaya Bello. We appreciate him for the work done. And when I see enter Kokele, I saw some of the room that they have done. So I appreciate him, especially the hospital is doing building opposite our palace, our Ohinoi of the Graban palace. So he's doing a wonderful work. I just want to appreciate him. And if you have something like this that they used to remember, you'll be, doing it like this. Just want to appreciate him for job well done.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate this call. Suberu, thank you. Yes, thank you so very much. Honourable Commissioner, we appreciate you for that opportunity. You can go ahead, sir. Okay, there is another caller. Okay, Honourable Commissioner, you can go ahead. The caller is yet to... Okay.
This road impacted so massively on the movement around Central. He didn't stop there because we have major roads that traverse Central, which is from Itapi Junction through FCE to Checkpoint. Every festive period, people will die because of the volume of traffic, both the articulated vehicles and the small vehicles that are passing. Excellency now said, yes, we have done this, but since we still have records of accidents and this on our highway, let us create community roads so that they can have access internally without bothering the heavy traffic. With this, he came up with the initiative again that we should have the Ebogogo, Karaworo, Ipako, Osisi, Nagazi, Inorere, Aziz, up to Ojokutu. So this one again was also done. Then he moved from that place. He said from Okenwe to Adade, Inumopa, Ikwehi, Oboroke, through to Obangede. There should be road there. We also start. Today we are at Oboroke, heading towards Obangede. Then, having done this, he came back again. He said, look at the other connecting issues Let us see how we can improve on the erosion problem that is also ravaging in Central. We have Etahe, we have Ozuri, we have Agasa that are seriously under the control of the erosion menace. So today, to the glory of God, we have restored fully that of Agasa. We have restored fully that of Ozuri. Exactly. Erosion and the accessing roads are fully restored at Agasa. That of Ozuri fully restored. Then while we are working on that of Etahe. Upogoro was also ravaged on this. So after doing that of Agasa and Upogoro, the road that will take us to the express of Auchi up to Benin, that there should be linkage still in terms of creating free passage for passerby. So we started the construction of Agasa Upogoro to checkpoint. So this one is also reasonably constructed to standard, and we have achieved much more than 60% on this. The draining, the concrete works, by the grace of God, will be over in few days from now. Then the earthwork is also reasonably done to about 50 to 60%. Then much more work are being going as we speak by Power Hill Construction Company. Then from the same Agasa Junction through Urucheba, Idozumi, up to Idoji is being worked on. It's over. Both the concrete work and the asphalt is over. From Idozumi up to Ribukura, up to Okowa, up to Ateba, all through Okeneba is equally undergoing serious attention. And by the grace of God, we should be about 70% work done there now. Then from Ejinare up to Uruoba, Ahachi, through to Agasa, is also ongoing. Then from Inike, from Library through Inike up to Idoji, is also ongoing. Then from Ozuwaya Junction by Waterwalk up to Lafia, up to Idozumi Junction, is also being successfully done. Then that is not all. We are also doing from Total Filling Station up to Okene Local Government Secretariat. We are also doing from the market to Okene Local Government Secretariat up to Azad Palace, our Ohinois Palace, the current palace, not the new palace. So we are also working on that road. So all this road connectivity is within the township. Then we are also working on Obehira, Makaranta, Ozuma Road, where Ozuma is also ongoing. So by the time we do all these ones, by the time the Obehira on the concrete work is done, the curb works is done, the earthwork is done. We are now doing the overlay of that road. And by the grace of God, it's part of the roads we promise to complete and deliver in earnest. So it's receiving serious attention. Okene is growing in population. And that hospital is serving a network of about 9 to 10 states. Because accident from Ibilo, accident coming from Opela, accident coming from this Ajakuta Itobe Aziz, accident even coming from people coming from Abuja, down after, middle after Lokoja, accident coming from Omuwo, Ekiti, down to Owo, down to Okene. The traffic is much. They are bringing it in. Because that is the only nearby hospital you can access. Then on daily basis, the patronage was so huge that people even volunteer to be receiving treatment in floor because of lack of adequate facility. So having reconciled these figures as presented to the State Executive Council, Excellency now give the marching order that we need to have a structure in place that will not only be addressing the health need of the immediate community, but also taking into cognizance this traffic of people coming and going. and again to look at what are their specific needs and challenges. Is it just I want to maternity? Is it just pregnancy? Is it accident? Is it cancer issue? Is it orthopedic? So because of this diverse engagement, we now come into the reality that there is a need for a befitting reference hospital, whereby all cases coming from all these adjoining states and communities can be received and treated accordingly. So these are the works we are doing now in Central. All the roads we are constructing in Kogi State, all the roads, they came with street lights, solar power street lights, 3-in-1 solar power street light with minimum of 100 megawatts, powered by 100 megapowers bulb minimum. That's our standard.
Quite interesting. Quite interesting, Honourable Commissioner. It's good we are knowing. But let me ask, what about Kogi East? Are there intervention programs you are taking that is taking on there, as in Kogi East Senatorial District? What are you doing there?
Yes, in the East, the very first intervention of His Excellency on road construction started from the East. We have the notorious Ibanoete road that is giving us a lot of bad image when he came on board. This particular axis lead to Enugu and all those axes is supposed to be federal government road. But the situation of that road has given us negative image as we assume office. So the intervention of His Excellency was quickly to see how we can fix the road. Then part of the problem of the road was that the draining system, because you know that area is sandy in nature, once it rains, the movement of sands and everything, the flowability was heavily enhanced. So he said we should have a draining system that will take away all this bad effect. Then surface the road and take it to standard. So this clarification was done, the draining system was done, the earth work was properly done to specification. Then the overlay, asphalt overlay, is one of the best in the entire country. So this one enhanced the movement of goods and services, both from the eastern part of the country to the north, or to the north central, or to this other part of the country. So that road today, as we speak, is in standard form and is working for us. Then we have also this challenge of erosion that is lambasting everywhere in the east. So from Ampa up to Olomaboro, Ogugu in particular. So there was this erosion that is, very, very devastating, taking everywhere. So we need to check it immediately. So this was done in Ampa, this was done in Ogugu. Then in Ogugu, this community, Alessia, Oteba, all this community enjoy this patronage. And we have fully restored and reclaimed all those land back now to proper use. Then after doing this, the road network to this community, we work on them. We have a very good road now. If you move from Ejule, going to Olomaboro, Ogugu, flank, you will enjoy very free drive and it's very smooth. Since the intervention of the military administration, the last military administration in 1999, the biggest intervention the road in the east is receiving is under GYB. No governor has imparted on road in the east than GYB. And the people appreciated and they commended him very well. Apart from Ogugu and Olomaboro in its entirety, we move from there, we enter Ampa Township. Ampa Township received intervention last when they are under Benue State. That is even before the creation of Kogi State. The last intervention on road was under Benue State at Ampa. But when the Excellency came, he said, we cannot continue like this. Something should be done to enhance not just the aesthetic value of the town as our heritage, but we should make sure all the infrastructures and leakages are improved on. And when we are doing this intervention, you know what happened? When we are doing the intervention of this road in Ampa, the right of way and so many things was affecting some structures. We are paying and we are working. But the biggest one that will surprise you is that the central mosque in Nampa was cut along the project line. Excellency single-handedly said, leave that for me. I will build a new central mosque for you people. And today, the central mosque is a new one. A befitting central mosque is gifted to Ampa people, because of His Excellency, Alhaji Yahaya Bello. So that is the kind of leaders we want to see working for Nigeria.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so very much for taking so much of your time to explain all of this. I understand there's a rice mill worth 4 billion naira that has been completed called the Confluence Rice. We'll get there. Tell us something about your GYB Model Secondary School, the new university that we see along the road, and the state of your tertiary institutions in Kogi State.
Look at the structure of the GYB Model Science and Secondary Schools. Science Secondary Schools. We have 3, one in each senatorial district. Then the one in Lokoja is Adankolo, the one we visited the other time. Then we have 6 laboratories in there. We have the vocational session where the students will be taught vocational studies and the artwork and everything. We have the physics lab, we have chemistry lab, biology lab, agric lab, science and nutrition lab, home economics lab. Everything is fitted there. And we have a floor dedicated to GSS class, the other floor for SSS class. The intention is that we have said this university is unique in all sense. And the feedstock, the input for the university cannot come from everywhere. We have to start recruiting, put in place recruiting strategy such that students from this school automatically will fit into the university. So with what we are putting in place now, we are putting in place sustaining program of intake for the university so that automatically the children that will be coming to the university will automatically have initial knowledge of what it is required of them to be specialized, to be a specialized engineer, specialized doctor. So from all these secondary school we are putting in place now, we're able to innovating some. Government Technical College of Oboloke is being innovated. That of Ogugu, taken over by federal government, but we're also working there. We are working in GGS Oboloke. We are in Ajiolu, in the Kenya local government. We are working there. We are also working in this Adankolo that you see. Everywhere, I believe that college, where schools are receiving attention because we are conscious of the fact that cost tech will require high-level performance to enter. So the intention, the initiative behind the university is to do our things ourselves and provide the needed manpower that we need to deliver on this. This needed manpower is what gives initiative to the university. So it's going to be unique in Nigeria. It's going to be unique in standard. It's going to be unique in all its studies. You may have medicine in all the university, but that one will be unique because our medicine will also be tailored towards accidents that can happen in mineral sector. They will be conscious of the accidents that can happen in mineral sector. Even if we are going to have accountant there, the accountants will be conscious of mineral accounting. If we have lawyers, it will be mineral lawyers. So this is the initiative that we should develop manpower needed to fix our natural resources. And let me say the tertiary institutions in the state. The situation we met them was so ridiculous. It's so pathetic. For instance, in Kogi Poly, the rector was virtually working in an office with the student. No dedicated admin block. Everything was more or less in shambles. But with the current intervention of His Excellency in that institution, we have been able to distinguish clearly the student area, the hostel, the admin block, rector's unit, everything well spread out. And we're also working on the internal roads. We are relocating the football pitch to a safe place. We are improving on security. There is a proper dedicated clinic to the school now. Before it was just a small room catering for the student. Then the same work we are replicating in AMPA, College of Education. We are doing the same in College of Education Technical Kaba. We are doing the same in School of Health Technology, EDA. We are doing the same in School of Nursing, now College of Nursing and Midwifery, Obangede. We are also doing the same. So in all our tertiary institutions, this is what is happening. So none is left out. And by the grace of God, what makes COSTECH unique is that it's going to be IT driven. No student around that school will have the cost to be buying data to work, to do any academic work. We are going to have free dedicated internet band that will be taking care of both the students and the lecturers. So this one is courtesy of GYB, and the installation is already being piped into what we are going to do. So commencing from next year, they will have free dedicated Wi-Fi in that school, so that any student that is going there, you will have access to internet to do your academic works, free of charge.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. There is this problem, there is this complaint, incessant complaint about salaries and all of those. I wish we got time. We are running out of time, but nevertheless, let me find out from you. Your governors in Nigeria are not known to travel by road, maybe because of insecurity and the deplorable conditions of our roads, among others. But your governor is always on the road. It's either he's leaving Lokoja to Abuja or to Okene or other places. In fact, I understand he travels by road to Kaduna, Kano, and Sokoto, and all of those. How is he doing this?
You can't be outside, for instance, and determine what is happening inside. You can't correct inside from outside. You can only be part of the people to know their feeling. From the beginning of the political initiative of His Excellency coming into politics, when Baba was to run, we travel by road. And when we travel by road, Excellency is a gifted human being. Because he said, this will afford me. In the first place, he said, he's wide-traveled. There's no country you call today in Nigeria, in the world, that His Excellency has not visited, except that country is not in the map. But because of this, that is wide-travel, he's open to so many things that many didn't know. When he came on board, or even before he came, when we are doing campaign, we travel by road. When we travel by road, Excellency is fond of giving out. It is his character to give out. It is his character to empower people. It is his character to love people. So anytime we move out, every stretch of movement, he wants to stop. Who is the old woman in this community? Let me see how he's faring. Who is the old man? Who are the retirees? What are the youths doing? This is his question. Before he go to, do you have, because he know ordinarily there's no water now. He know there's no road. But he's talking about the human being now. So when we go like that, he will look at, some require serious medical attention. They bring out some people, you'll be on tears. But immediately Excellency will write a bill. Say, take him to Germany. Or take her to India. A lot of cases like that, unreported. I am telling you today. He said, take them out. Before he became governor. Before he became governor, the youths that are not engaged, he bought mass transit. He trained youth on driving skill. Make money for yourself. That's when, that time you hear fear plus, fear plus, fear plus. That is to tell you the background of the person you are talking of now. He had been with the people. So, and he's a governor that has traveled wide. He now decided that I'm a governor. I've flown in an aeroplane more than anything. What am I looking for in an aeroplane? Rather, I should use this God-given opportunity to touch people. And the people you want to touch, if you are in the air, how will you touch them? If you see us doing empowerment, helping people, doing anything as an appointee of His Excellency, it is his creation. Because he lead by example. He lead by example. So when we move around, he said, no, where is this school? I have one classmate here before. Where is he? And when those people come and say, you still remember me? He said, what are you doing? He said, I'm like this. He said, no, you can't be here now. That empowerment spirit is in him from the beginning. So when he became governor, he said, look, I'm not a governor that will travel on air. I want to see people and know their condition. That spirit was in him. So anywhere we have to go. The last time we were going to Daura, many came say, from Kogi to Daura is very far. Guy, you have to let us please just close eye. Let us go by air. He said, how? I am made in Zaria. I am from Zaria. How will I travel to North without seeing the Zaria people? And they will hear that I went to Daura. I passed by air. He said, how will I go? How will I do it without touching Kaduna? So if I cannot do without touching these places, then it is better I go by road. And as I tell you, when we are going from Welcome to Kaduna, people came. When we are in Zaria, we cannot pass. Excellency has to shut down in the filling station to attend to people. When I say people, not APC, not PDP, I mean the indigene of Zaria. That we learned here, you are going to Daura. I said, I cannot pass without seeing you people. When we are going to Kano, the same thing. So when you see all these things, how will you fly? And even when we are going, you know what? I told you about peer review. It is also his creation. He said, look, my commissioners, my key appointees on infrastructure, go with me. Because we are going to move across about 2 or 3 states. Let us see what they are doing. And let us see how we make amends if we are not getting it right. If it is water he see, he will call Commissioner for water. Say, you see what is happening there? If it is road, he will call me. Say, see, there is a pattern they use here. I say, yes. Our own is even better than what they are doing. Say, okay, move on. If their own, anywhere their own is better, I say, oh God, this one is better than our own. He said, then amend. Then amend. So this is the opportunity, traveling by road. It's not just for any reason. And people are shouting insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. No, he said, but we must not because of that run away from our people. And God has been saving him. So this is the narrative.
So tell us, you are going to tell us that he works in Lokoja, he lives, he travels home. Thank you so very much, Honourable Commissioner. I wish we could continue this interview so that we could discuss a lot of issues. There are a lot of issues bordering on Kogi State, Honourable Commissioner. We are unable to continue this interview. We'll book another time with you. Please, we want to beg you. Viewers, we want to appreciate you for joining us on this show. Until we come your way again, remember that life is a gift and that every opportunity you live to witness life, you need to do something great and change your destiny. Until we come your way again, take charge and bye for now.